Alright guys, we're back at it. Welcome back to another video, and in today I'm going to be breaking down several different ways to help you catch way more crappie, even on days that these crappie will just not eat. So one thing to remember is that crappie change their mood every single day, and sometimes by the hour, and most anglers will never figure it out. And you know, they'll come to a certain spot, catch 2 or 3 fish on one spot, and then nothing. But today I'm going to show you my crappie mood test. As you can see, I have 3 or 4 rods right here, and they're all set up with different setups, different baits. And you know, over the years that I've fished, it actually teaches me how aggressive these fish are, which baits and how I need to present them, and which setup is going to allow me to catch the biggest fish out of that school or that structure that I'm fishing. So we're going to be hitting a couple different brush piles. We're going to try each rig, and I'll show you exactly how fast these fish tell you what they want. It's super simple. You can do it anywhere. So let's get after it. Now with these moods, this is kind of how it works. I go aggressive, I go neutral, and then I go negative. So instead of using just one bait, you go to this brush pile and they're not biting, they're not biting. To really tell the mood of these fish, you put that bait out there, you put baits out there, and they'll let you know kind of what they want and how they want, and definitely the mood. So that first one, if I throw it down there and I'm watching that bait go down and they hit it right away, they're aggressive. The second one, neutral. If I throw that bait down there and I'm getting little pecks, or I see them following my bait back to the boat, I call that neutral. So that's when I will start making those adjustments. And then for the last one, negative, if I throw all those baits to them, I'm bringing it, they're following it, they're not even pecking it, I pack up shop and I go to the next spot. All right, so the first one, I typically use that 1/8 ounce jig head. This is the one by Z-Man. And that Slayer by Dirty Bait, it's 2 inches and it's that ghost pearl color. And I'm gonna bring this right through them. I'm gonna pop it, I'm gonna twitch it, I'm gonna shake it. And if they're super aggressive, this thing is going to absolutely get smoked. Now, if they're not hitting that jig that we just mentioned, I bring out this rig right here, and I'm not really sure what this rig is called. I call it the ultimate rig. And I actually have a video about it. And I actually did something a little bit different to make it a little bit more finessey. So as you can see right here, I have, this is actually a tungsten little round weight with bobber stops on both sides, and that's an 1/8 ounce. But right here, I use a small little hair jig, and this jig could be, you know, in the like a bug color like it is right now, or even a bait color. And sometimes when they don't hit that jig because they're not overly aggressive, you know, they want something a little bit smaller, I go to this right here, just a 1/16. And like I mentioned, I fish it the same way I do that jig. I keep it above them, I'll bring them like kind of through them, and it's just a slower approach. All right, so my next one, the third one, it's actually a 2-for-1 deal. I'll show you the other rig as well. But if they're not eating that jig above them, the smaller one that goes through them, that little ultimate rig that I was showing you, I'm going to use this small little jig. And as you can see, it has a weed guard there because we're going to be getting it into the structure. I'm going to get it down into that structure. I'm going to be dragging it, pulling it, and popping it, keeping bottom contact. And a lot of the times, this right here will generate some huge bites. So let me show you the other rig too. All right, so that other rig is going to be a small drop shot, and I call this the micro shot. As you can see, it's still a 2-inch profile. It's only about 4 inches from the tungsten little weight. It's an 1/8 ounce, and I'm going to fish it the same way. I'm going to throw it into that structure. As you can see, it's weedless. You get it in there, you pull it, and you pop it out through there. You leave it down there, kind of sink down toward the bottom, flicker the tail every once in a while, create some of that action to draw that bite. But this is the third technique that I always do. I'm either dragging that jig or putting that drop shot down there to try to trigger some of those really good bites. So then the last one is going to be, I guess, the cleanup rig, and this is going to be a slip bobber. So as you can see right here, I have a small little weight on here. I got the slip bobber right there. But if they do not eat any of those other 3 and you have to kind of slow down, this right here I call the cleanup rig. And what you're going to do with this is you're literally going to throw it over that pile, allow this bait to get all the way down where those fish are. But as you can see right here, this thing is micro mini. That is a 1/16 ounce jig head, and that little bait right there, let me see if I can put my nail up to it, is 1.25 of an inch, and it is so small. A very, you know, small meal and very enticing for these fish. You know, even when they're not super hungry, when you put this in front of their face, they just cannot resist this. So using a little slip bobber rig can do damage. So we'll hit a couple of these spots. I'll rotate through these baits and these rigs, and we'll see what these fish want. And most importantly, do not stay at one spot overly too long after you used every single one of those rigs. So now let's go ahead up to the front and let me show you exactly how I use these for a mood test. Here it is right here, the 1/8 ounce jig. We're gonna leave it kind of right above them. It looks like there's a big old bass up on the top. So let's go ahead and give it a chuck. All right, so we hit right there at about 55. We're gonna allow that to kind of go down and pendulum down into that huge piece of structure or those clouds right there. A lot of the times that's gonna be your crappie, but we're gonna see how aggressive they are. It looks like some other fish are coming in too. And once we get it down there to the desired depth, we'll go ahead and start shaking this thing. See, maybe we can get a bite. We'll see how aggressive they are. All right, I feel like I'm down there in it already. Let's see, I'm shaking it, I'm shaking it. Oh, I had a little hit. A little hit. Yep, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Oh, don't want it, don't want it. It's all right, that's okay. All right, so right there, they weren't overly aggressive. A lot of the times when they're in a pile like that and you bring anything through there, sometimes before your bait even gets to them, they're shooting up for it, but they didn't fight over it. They didn't. I got that little hit, which tells me that, you know, they're not overly hungry. So we may have to change it up here in a second. All right, I feel like it's coming out. They're coming out. Some of them are, oh, we got it. As you can see, they're going back to the pile now. They fouled it out and they just tagged it. Just tagged it. We're gonna give it one more whirl. Let's see if we can get it down there, maybe keep it above them just a little bit more. That was 2 casts and 2 bites. So let's see if maybe we can whack one out of here. Something's chasing it, something's chasing it. Didn't want it. All right, so the mood, not very aggressive. All right. Let's put that guy over there. All right, so let's go ahead and get the ultimate rig. That's with that little bug presentation. It's got the little tungsten bead. We're gonna see if we can get it down there and see if we can make something happen. So I hit right at 50. It's going down, going down, going down. All right, so now we're in it. I'm gonna just kind of allow it to swim through that. Shaking the tip. All right, we got him. We got him. He feels pretty good too. Oh yeah, he's good. Oh yeah, he's good. He's good, boys. He's good. Oh man, he's real good. He's fighting good. Get up here, boy. Oh, look at that crappie. Whoa, let's go. Guys, you think they might want it something a little bit smaller? Let's go. Look at that. That is an absolute stud. Look at the mouth, right up through the lip. All right, let's get a length on that Gomer. Let's go. All right, you ain't gonna be seeing it from up there. Well, we're gonna have to bring it down here. Let's see what we got here. Mouth all the way to, let's see, right at 14 and a half. So a 14, almost a 15 incher. Can't even see my hand. Thick buddy. Let's go. All right, just the second rig, and we're gonna get it right back out there. Let's go. Thanks for playing with us, buddy. Go tell your friends to play with us too. See. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so they're still there. Let's make another cast to them. See if this is what they want. All right, we hit right there about 45. We're going down, going down, going down. All right, now it's gonna start to pendulum down into that piece of structure. And where all those crappie are, they're kind of relating to a piece of tree that is, I guess, standing there or laid down with huge branches. I don't know. All right, they didn't want it that time. My bait's all the way out here. I still see some fish in there. All right, we're gonna get it down just a little bit deeper. It's almost in the meat. All right, now it's in the meat right now. So I'm gonna just creep it and shake it. Something's chasing it right now. Oh, just had a bite. All right, so sometimes that happens. They're not super aggressive. We tried this very small little ultimate rig with that small little hair jig on it. And the first cast, we caught him, so we figured that that's what was going to be the deal. My bait's still going down there. Almost got bit again. Here comes something fast. Here comes something fast. Something's still trailing it. All right, so as you can see, now he's going back to the brush pile. Swimming right back to the brush pile. He didn't want it, but as you can see, there's tons of fish there. All right, so I'll go ahead and take this jig, and I don't know if you can see this, but there's a piece of structure right here and on the 360. So we're fishing that. There's a piece of structure back here, and as you can see, there's a log that lays down, or a big tree that lays down in the back. So we're going to take this little jig head, we're going to get it to go all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to work it super slow in some of this structure that's down on the bottom. Let's see. I have a feeling this slip cork may be the deal, but we'll see. All right, so I believe it's down on the bottom. Now I'm just gonna drag it and pop it every once in a while. Drag it and pop it every once in a while. Oh, I just got smoked. And like I mentioned in my last video, some of your bigger crappie will be hunkered down toward the bottom of some of this structure. And man, you can catch one of your personal bests or just fish of a lifetime. I mean, it is just awesome. I'm gonna give it one more try. I can see some fish down there on the bottom, right down here. So let's see. So right about there, we're gonna go ahead and allow it to drop down right at 50. And that's where some of those fish are down there. So we're gonna allow it to go all the way to the bottom. It's almost there. It's about to go right in them. I believe that's where we made the last cast, and we got a bite as soon as we drug it that first time. All right, now, I'm not gonna use the drop shot. We are going to use the slip bobber. Now we need to give it a shot out there. All right, so let's see, where's it at? It's very small, so it's really hard to see, but it's going down. I don't see the bobber. Oh, I see it now. Still headed down that way. We're just watching the bobber. Looks like they're coming up to look at it. See how they're moving? Some of them are chasing it. I'm gonna let it go up just a little bit more. It went down pretty good, but we wanted to go just a little bit further. All right. So it's going down, right in the structure. It's down there. So the mood of this brush pile, or the mood of this structure right here, is very dull. Now when I use these 4 rigs and I do not get bit, and do not get bit quick, there is no need to just hang around. Man, good crappie. Look at this crappie. Look at him. Oh, yes. Mike. There it is, right there. 1/8 ounce jig head. Beautiful crappie. Can't beat that. Oh, pop right out. But right there, that is a prime example of an aggressive mood. I threw it down there. He took that jig. We brought him in. It was a quality size fish. Now I can take that pattern, cover tons of water, and fill the boat up with tons of quality fish. Super aggressive. Not a big one. Might be a keeper though. Got a little tiny one. Got him. Oh man. This one right here, boy. If this is a crappie, this is a giant. Oh goodness. This is a giant crappie, guys. Oh man, so big. Oh, I don't want to lose him. Oh man. I tried to swing him. I was trying to swing him. He was so big. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? No. Why did I do that? If you would have seen the size, maybe you got it on here. I got a net right there. Breathe. But that right there, my friends, was a huge mistake. But if you do everything right and you don't make that mistake, oh my goodness, you can catch some giants. You can catch some quality crappie. Not just like that, but like that. Why did I do that? He was right there. I could have lifted him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why did I do that? What a gomey. What a gomer. Oh, dude. What a gomer. I'm still shaking. That was dumb. That was dumb. Oh, man. So dumb. So dumb. Right there is a prime example of what not to do. And I believe I have 6-pound line on, so that was definitely a big mistake. Silly boy. What a heartbreaker. No. So for a quick recap, to test the mood of these fish, the first one, obviously, number one, go to the jig, throw it down there, test the mood. If they're overly aggressive, stick with it. If they're only kind of following it, we go to rig number 2, which is the ultimate rig, which is just a little bit more finessey, a smaller little approach. And if you can't get them on that ultimate rig, go to that jig that we drag down along the bottom, or that drop shot rig, and slowly work that bait through all that cover. And if you can't get bit on any of those 3, go to number 4, that slip bobber rig, which is very painful in my eyes. It takes a lot of patience, and you throw it out there, allow that bait to soak in that brush pile, allow it to soak in that school of crappie, and hope that they bite that rig. And if they don't bite any of those, go to your next spot and start the process again. I cannot believe I did that. Golly, he was way too big to swing. Way too big. That was probably my personal best. And I had a 3-1. That was definitely a giant. It is breaking my heart right now. So there you have it, guys. If you feel like this is going to help you out, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite crappie rig technique is. If you want to see upcoming videos, go ahead and subscribe. But until then, continue to follow Bassn, buddy, and I will see you next time. Peace.